This is a strategic intelligence briefing from the CHII Intelligence Hub. The date is April 17, 2026. The classification is an actionable macro to micro tactical briefing. The third external shock in a decade is triggering immediate commodity spikes. The Iran conflict bottleneck causes a significant drop in commercial traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, driving an immediate surge in Brent crude and gold prices. High reliance on imported refined petroleum leaves the continent exposed, fueling inflation and currency weakness. The Moghalu Directive demands Africa future-proofs via AFCFTA and local manufacturing. Delayed supply chain fractures threaten upcoming planting cycles. The Hormuz disruption immediately impacts oil volatility, feeding African fuel inflation. Structural fracture occurs as Gulf exports of urea and ammonia are halted. The Q3 critical event is a severe fertilizer shortage hitting the crucial agricultural window, leading to Q4 margin collapse and threatening food security. Action is required before fuel pain fully registers in the agricultural supply chain. Coastal corridors face maximum exposure while resource nodes accelerate. West Africa scores 78 100ths, benefiting from oil production, but is limited by refining bottlenecks. Central Africa scores 82 100ths, accelerating with critical minerals and offshore oil. East Africa scores 55 100ths, facing high import dependence and currency pressure from fuel and fertilizer shocks. Southern Africa scores 68 100ths, with mining and agriculture resilience via AFCFTA, but remains exposed to input costs. Sector diagnostics reveal shifting value chain capture. Oil and energy show a high reward, with African oil being a strategic alternative. Mining and critical minerals indicate a maximum reward, with platinum and gold strength surging and a shift towards local value chain capture. Agriculture and trade show a high risk, primarily due to the Gulf urea supply cut, making vertical farms and soil legacy systems essential resilience tools. Global supply chain disruptions force a sovereign rerouting of trade. Zone 1 shows external disruption blocking traditional commodity flows. Zone 2 is the sovereign rerouting, where global demand is redirected towards African crude and critical minerals. Zone 3, the intra-trade shock absorber, shows AFCFTA intra-African flows acting as a massive internal buffer. The external shock is seen as an accelerator for African sovereign wealth. We are deploying internal frameworks to neutralize external volatility. For oil, the mitigation strategy is framework hedging via digital marketplaces. For mining, we are focusing on sovereign trust systems and local processing to mitigate external finance dependence. Agriculture will utilize community carbon credits, vertical farms, and seed banks to overcome fertilizer shock. Trade vulnerability to global tariff wars is mitigated by a digital trust ledger, rerouting via AFCFTA. The wealth conversion engine powers homestead-level resilience through the CHII Framework. This includes information as a sovereign early warning system. Collaboration activates the e-Chimusika marketplace for cross-border farmer SME trade. Heritage converts physical endowments into verified community assets. Innovation deploys CHII mining and carbon trading protocols to monetize African endowment. Convert intelligence into liquid wealth today. System directives include launching Seed of Legacy to tokenize ancestral assets. Join CHII mining and the e-Chimusika marketplace to bypass global bottlenecks. Apply information, collaboration, heritage, and innovation to every strategic decision. Africa's wave is here. We generate the liquid. We own the hub.